put it on its side, and I'm gonna cut the top part where this big old thing is, and then I'm gonna cut the bottom part where the butt part is. You're gonna need a knife with like edges too, like this, because a regular like smooth blade knife isn't gonna cut as well as like these kind of knives. And cutting a pineapple is actually kind of hard, so. So once it's cut, it looks like this. You don't eat this, you throw this away. So I'm gonna put it to the side. So that's what it's supposed to look like so far. So now for the bottom part, I'm gonna face it towards the camera. I'm gonna start to cut. You turn it over. So you see how it's this part in the middle? That means I didn't cut far enough, so that's okay. You'll just have to just keep cutting until that part isn't there. So I'm gonna go a little bit back, like right here. And boom, it should look like this, real juicy and yellow. And this is this part. So then all these pieces, the end parts, you just throw them away, you don't eat them. So to cut the to shave it and stuff, you have to hold it with your like non-knife hand, and you're gonna just cut, but like only the skin. So you're not gonna cut like in the middle like this, you're just gonna cut the skin off like so. You may need to ask your parents for help. So then you'll turn it over and just continue to do the same thing until you have just the yellow part, the edible part of the pineapple. Boom. Next part. Also, make sure your hands are washed because you're being clean. Boom. Next part. I'm gonna eat this later. That look good. It still got some skin on there. All right, then next part. Boom. And then last but not least, we have this tiny part right here. So this is what it should look like. It should be no skin. This part actually we're gonna cut off. You can leave it, but I'm just gonna cut it off. I don't like that. So once everything, all the skin is cut off, you should have it should look like this. And so what I'm gonna do next is, well, I'm gonna clear my station. I'm gonna just put it in my sink. I turn it to the side like this, and since it's pretty big, you can use this probably for like a whole week, or you know, whenever you decide to eat it and stuff. So I cut it into slices. So the slices doesn't really matter. I try to get at least like 6 slices. So I'm gonna start to cut it. So this is how thick I cut them. And every time I cut, I move it out the way. I make space for my next piece. Boom. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. It's kind of slippery because it's wet. 7, I think. 8. And this part is kind of hard to cut, so I put it on the flat part like this, and I cut sideways. So obviously this is our smallest piece. And boom. So once you cut all your pineapples, I'm just gonna rinse my hands off really quickly, because your hands do get juicy. So once they're all cut, I'm gonna pick a slice, because we're actually making a smoothie today. So I'm gonna pick this one and just cut it in half. Actually, I'm gonna cut it in fourths. So 4 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the rest of our pineapple pieces, all these right here, I'm gonna put them in a plastic bag. So this is what the plastic bag I have looks like. It's a large one. These are called freezer bags. You can get them at the dollar store, Walmart, whatever. And sometimes, like me, we have these in the house already. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put it in the bag all the way at the bottom. All the pieces. It's quite a lot. So then once they're in the bag, you're gonna close it, but you're not gonna close it all the way. You're gonna leave like this much open, and you're gonna squeeze all the air out. The air makes it get older faster, so you're just gonna squeeze all the air out. And then once the air is out, you'll close it, and then you'll glide your fingers across and just make sure it's fully closed. And yeah, so the excess, you'll then put it in the fridge or the freezer, up to you. I put mine in the fridge. So since my pineapple is now cut, I'm gonna actually begin to put it into the blender cup. So I cut them into smaller pieces so it's easier to blend and quicker, so I don't have to do too much of a long blend session. So these are my pineapples. Then we're gonna cut the strawberry grass part off. So I think for this smoothie, I'm only gonna use like, I think like 1 strawberry, because this is a pretty big strawberry. It's like the size of my palm. I'm gonna use this one, maybe 1. Yeah, I got other stuff to put in there too. So like yesterday, the first video we did on the smoothies, we're gonna cut the grass part. You do not eat the grass part. I mean, well, you can, but I don't. This is what it looks like. I'm then gonna put it on the flat part and cut in 4s. So then we have 1, 2, put it in the thing, 3, 4. So after your strawberries cut, I'm just putting all the leafy, like shaved part of the fruits into the sink. I'll throw that out later. Okay, so then we're gonna do the blackberries. For the blackberries, they have seeds in them, so I don't like to put too much, because in the smoothie, like the seeds are in there. So I'm probably gonna put probably like 4 or 5. Doesn't really matter like which ones you grab. So 1, 2, let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like. Our spinach, our strawberries, our blackberries, our pineapple, and the water as well. Yeah, and now we're gonna attempt to blend. So what I like to do when I'm blending, sometimes it has trouble blending, so I'll shake it to get the flow of the water that we had put in there before. You see the fruit going down. You can still see a spinach leaf at the top. So what I'm gonna do is the same thing. I'm gonna shake it and then we're gonna blend it. Okay, so it's not fully done blending. It still needs a couple more minutes on the blender. But since it's mostly all the fruit and vegetables are blended up for the most part, I'm then gonna add some sea moss in here. This is optional. Not all of you may have this in your house already, but I am gonna introduce this to you guys because sea moss is actually really good for you. I'm gonna insert a picture of the benefits for like it does for the body and stuff, but I'm gonna actually put some in here. It doesn't taste like anything, just in case you're like, what the heck is that? You can ask your mom about it. Maybe your mom or your parents or your grandparents, whoever, are interested in being healthier, and you can actually be like, Mom, what's sea moss? So I tap it in there until like all the pieces are off. So that's what it looks like. See, that spinach leaf is still there. So since it's my smoothie, I'm gonna put my finger in there, push it down, put the lid back on, secure the lid, and we're gonna blend again. So while that's blending, I'm gonna go grab some ice. Right here in one sink to the bottom. And if you put too much ice cubes, it gets too cold and you can't really taste it. So I don't like mine too cold. So once the lid back on, that's what it looks like blended. I'm gonna open it up, see if everything got blended. Actually, looks pretty cute, pretty cute. So you can either drink it from this or you can put it in a glass. I'm probably gonna put it in a glass so I can take a cute picture of it and show you guys the results at the end. Beautiful smoothie. That's what it looked like. Real cute.